I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Did you just say you lost your Sam Dana?
No, I said it's all the way downstairs, like where my room is, and I'm upstairs, all the way upstairs. So.
Get money.
I ain't gonna have you waiting and shit. Mm-hmm.
So this is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rook. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. Inside for somewhere.
I'm in my building, yo.
In the attic on ain't none of that. She said she got 4 stories out there, pup. Sheesh.
Listen.
What's up with you, sis? How you?
Better today than I was the last time I saw you, but still maintaining, still trying to, just maintain.
That's what's up. I mean, like I say, man, peaks and valleys, baby. Peaks and valleys. It's going, this shit, it's going to go both ways, and you never going to get as high as you would if shit felt better, but you'll have better days than some. It's cool. It's fine.
It's crazy, too. My mom said, I'm going through some things personally. And my mom, like, you just got to feel this pain, baby. You got to feel the pain. You got to feel it. You know what I mean? It's going to get greater later, get the darkest before the sun come out. But I was really frustrated because she was just like, you got to feel this pain, baby. And I'm just looking like, that's definitely not what you want to hear. I mean, I understand what she's saying, and she right. I do got to feel it, but don't like that.
One thing that Charlemagne always says that his therapist tells him is to feel his feels. And I understand why, because the suppression doesn't make it any better, so it's like go through it, but go straight into it. Like, know that this is what we about to deal with so that you can get through it. It's like when I used to get hurt when I was a kid, I used to make it hurt worse. Like, I'd squeeze that shit, and then once I get to that level of pain, the other pain wasn't so bad no more. You know what I mean? So, like, I understand that exactly what your mom was talking about.
Right.
I understand exactly what she was talking about. But how was Halloween, man? Did y'all do something?
So, I'm not really a big Halloween fanatic, but my kids had a good time. They went to their aunt's house, and so instead of trick-or-treating, their aunt took them to, like, the store to let them pick out whatever candy they wanted. So that was their trick-or-treating. Like, they just went to the store and got...
That sounds better to me. It used to be cold. They used to be stealing people book bags and candy bags. Like, I'd rather just go pick out my candy instead of picking through for the candy that I like later anyway. Nah, man, that's a layup. So that sound like my aunt. That sound like Hazel.
Exactly.
That's some Hazel shit. Hazel used to give me like $200 for them candy bars in school and never want the candy. For them dollar bars. I used to start off ahead. I still never really got that high though. Anyway, but so did they get dressed up at all?
They did. So it was funny because the oldest one, he all lanky. So this costume, the first costume was too big, so they had to go back and get him a whole other costume. First he was a skeleton, and then he ended up being a clown that the youngest one is terrified of. And the youngest one is a ninja, rightfully so. All you do is run around and jump around and kick around all day.
Super Ninja Turtle.
Exactly. So yeah, they had a good time though.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad they enjoyed themselves. I mean, that's not a normal day for what their day used to be, but at least it's something. It's a distraction, a little something fun. Something to break up the monotony. And it's always fun to play make-believe and shit, man. I think we get that stripped from us so early, and our creativity shuts down. Our relation to energies around us shuts down because we're just convinced that this ain't it, and it's no time for that.
Right.
And then we look at people that still live in that world like they crazy because it's like, well, all you do is watch this and play this, and it's like they still trying to have some break from this bullshit. So I don't know, man. I think that's dope always. But tomorrow the big day, ain't it?
Yeah, tomorrow is the big day. So I was like, well, should I take off of work Wednesday? Because basing on my feelings, but I feel like it's probably gonna take a little bit longer anyway for them to actually make the call. So I'll save that day for that day.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be what we used to, but none of this year has been what we used to. I seen some weird shit though. You see when they surrounded the Biden bus on the highway?
So I heard about it. I didn't see the actual video yet. I heard about that though. That's crazy.
This shit is crazy. Like they are all up on the ass of the bus and right in front of the bus, slowing down and speeding up at the same. It's like literally the shit you see in like Fast and the Furious, but like they said on the View, them be stunt doubles. Like it's like these motherfuckers. That shit was dangerous as hell. And a lot of people could have got hurt, killed, and not just the people on the bus, more so anybody else on that damn road.
Bro, exactly.
You know, the bus is the biggest shell on the road.
Right. It's crazy because I was just talking to one of my friends earlier today, and he was saying that they had got a phone call, and it was from a friend. It was from a white friend of theirs. This guy's black, white friend. And I heard, he's like, I hadn't talked to him since he got engaged. And he was saying that his fiance, he was ready, he was sharp, he was about to, go to the engagement party and he texted you like, you never gave me the address. And he said, oh, I'm sorry, but my fiance doesn't want any black people at the party. And he said this to him as he was like waiting for the address to go.
Like dressed, about to have
like
his date.
He texted him like, where am I going? Like
your date sitting next to you, ready to go support your folks.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
What I was about to say I was like, damn. I was like, well, I'm sure they fairly young. Like, how old are they? So, boy, like, they like 28 or something like that. Like, really young. Because I'm like, to me, not that it doesn't exist, but to me, that's 60, 70, 80, 90-year-old conversation, right?
Right, but they going to be there. Like, the family going to be there.
Right. But still.
You don't know that family.
I don't.
He might have been saving him. He might have been saving him some heartache.
Yeah, but still, the fact that it still exists, it's 2020. So
no, it's disgusting. It's fucking. It's like,
think about that.
It's unfathomable. Like, and I got all type of friends, and I hate to even say it because everybody says it, but it's like I can't imagine wanting to celebrate one of your biggest moments and then being told that my race is not allowed there. Mm-hmm. Not that I violated at another time, and your mom might not be cool with me back yet. Like shit happens in relationships.
I thought he was joking. Like I didn't think he was serious. I was like, "Oh, you stop playing." And he's like,
"No, like that's shocking. Like that shit." When you said it to me, we was in here like, "What the fuck she just say?" Like we both had the dumb look. I know they caught me on the camera because I'm on the camera. But yeah,
because I really thought he was just playing. Like, but I heard him on the phone say, I ain't talked to you since the engagement, and then he broke it down. Like, oh.
It's extreme times though, and people are making their stances felt like, and you know what? I rather that because at the same time, I'm gonna go back and take this gift back. I'm gonna save all the energy and all of that I have for you, and I'm gonna just wish you well. I'm not gonna give you bad energy, but I'm out of that. I got a few homies who got situations that it's like, you know what? Until that clears up or look a little bit smoother, I don't have to come over.
Mm-hmm.
It's no problem. Still like you or whatever. But when it's racial, that's like, I don't know if that's the world you want to be in, then why would I want to still be around you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that's what I was about to ask you. Like, is that a sever your friendship moment?
So it appeared as if it was. It was. That was the first time they even had a conversation in months, if not a year or so. So
for you, what about you?
For me, absolutely, because I feel like you have to stand your ground regardless of what you like. Don't just conform because a family member is going to be there and all that. Like, come on now. Like, it's time. Like, silence is agreement. So if you don't say anything, you kind of like agreeing with you.
Like I said before, I don't know if I said on the pod, but one day I went to 2 funerals in one day. And 2 completely different funerals, but I was addressed because of my race at both funerals. And I had a suit and tie and all that on. I didn't come like this, as if that's an excuse to mistreat someone at a funeral. But I was approached by the one lady that was just curious out of everybody that she walked by, why would I be there and how do I know her husband or whatever have you? And she didn't know everybody that was there. There's a lot of coworkers and stuff there she didn't know. It was different kind of people there. It wasn't just family, and it wasn't a lot, but it was obvious. And then when that cleared up, cool. And then I went to another one, and someone was having a conversation behind me just loud enough so that I could hear it naturally. and they was getting their little shit off, and it wasn't really. It didn't start out about blacks. It was about Spanish people. How the Spanish community grew so much in a section of their town, and they should just change the name of the school to Roberto Clemente or some shit. Since like it was like yeah like, and I'm just like, it's a funeral, mind you. You know, it's right before the funeral start type shit. It's like, not only do you not want to be that guy, and we fight against being, you know, that angry black man, angry black woman all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. But it's like, this is definitely not the environment for that. But this person is counting this as a win, because it's building them up to know that I was within earshot and didn't do anything to them. Mm-hmm. And that's the part that's like, I'm still might want to trip you in the parking lot later, but I'm going to be cool. Right. I'm not going to bark on you, though. I'm going to just stumble into you in wet ice. Black ice. I don't know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like, no, it's still real out here. And it's just unnerving. I can't say anybody else in those environments treated me any kind of way, but there was one in each. And one day, it was a rough morning. I needed a couple blunts after that.
Yeah. And that's just the behavior that still exists. Like, it's just crazy.
Well, like I said, man, we in rough times, and based on what I'm seeing on the news, I really don't know how this next week is going to play out, because I feel like no matter when they announce, whatever they announce, half the country is going to be pissed, and a large percentage on both sides are very rageful right now. Would be the simplest way to say it, I think.
Yeah. It's just a lot of. I just think that a lot of people are at limits. I think that anything can kind of like just be that like straw that broke the camel's back right now for a lot of people. Black, brown, white, rich, poor. I just feel like it's just so many things that are impacting our lives on a daily basis in a way that it's becoming stressful. It's really becoming stressful this week in itself. Like, but I don't also know if a lot of people take it as serious as it should be. I was talking to in the corporate world some people, and I was like, I might not even be around on Wednesday or whatever, depending on this election. They're like, ha ha ha, like they laughed at it, and I'm like, yo, like I really take this serious.
Well, a lot of people intentionally aren't paying attention. A lot of people aren't aware for whatever reasons, but like it's real. Yeah. And if there ever was a time to take a mental health day, fuck is we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Let's honestly be for real. And you talking about 1, maybe 2 days out of a year of work that we've been doing under strenuous conditions all since fucking February, damn near. And you got a family to worry about. Mm-hmm. So if it's going to be any weird stuff that happens, you rather be around your children and so forth. And that makes more sense. Like, listen, they can laugh all they want. At least they'll be there to pick up your slack, I guess. Right. They going to work. Fuck it. Right. You know what I mean? That's how you gotta look at it. Like I say though, man, you are perfectly within your rights to feel like, yeah, nah, it's cool. It's cool. Just don't disrespect nobody that don't disrespect yours. And keep it moving and always make sure that your work is covered. So you cover your ass, they gotta give real reasons to why they don't want you around. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's the bosses. We worried about coworkers usually. The bosses know what it is. They know who produces.
Oh no, I was talking to a boss.
But see, that's what's crazy, because at the end of the day, but that's what I'm saying. They know, but that person knows the value of your work also. Whether they thought you was joking or not, they know that if you take that day off, what I'm gonna do, but hope that she come back tomorrow.
Right, and that's the kind of relationship I have. Again, that's something that we talk about also, is establishing and maintaining and nurturing those relationships. Because I don't know if everybody will feel comfortable talking to their boss, telling them. Like I straight told them, like, I'm probably gonna take off a couple days next.
But week. I've been preaching that this whole time. Like, yo, tell them motherfuckers, man, please save yourself.
I had a whole heart-to-heart with him about everything. Like, not everything, but the current events. Like letting him know, like, nah, I didn't speak. Like I know a lot of times I just always just take it on the chin and keep on moving, but this ain't one of them days.
I mean, listen, man. We predisposed to certain kind of feelings and energies and emotions. And the way that we are able to function in a lot of these institutions is because we've learned how to control them a long time ago. If you don't listen to that inner you know what I mean? That energy that's telling you, look, you might have to look into this depending on how you feel. Mind you, you still not saying you're not going in. You still saying, depending on how things go, I might miss that time.
Right.
So you still being optimistic about it. So you're not looking for an excuse not to go to work.
Right.
Even in your explanation of it means that you would rather go in, but if shit is crazy, you know what you need to do.
Right.
Man, listen. If they don't say you got no rights, I'm gonna tell you got that right.
Yeah, I told her I was gonna take off today. I ain't even take off, but I just letting them know that listen, it's coming. All right, it's coming.
No, man, it's natural. I believe. I don't see it being smart if you are somebody that's caught up on what's going on, even moderately, and you give a fuck to where you might need a break.
Right. And also, it also speaks to communicating too. Like, regardless of what the situation is, I just think that it's really important and critical that you communicate, because a thing that people do, and I think it's really an error or a fault that people do, they really make assumptions, right? And they feel like they know what's going on. And if you don't communicate, you're empowering them to empower their assumptions, because they don't know what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's have a real conversation then, and it ain't nothing deep, but like, how about the fact that you work with people that probably feel like that shit doesn't even affect you because that's not you. You don't live in those communities, or you're not one of those kind of blacks and shit like that.
That's exactly what happened. And
how about that?
No, that's exactly why I had to let him know that I grew up in that community, 3 blocks away. I worked at a store of a lot around the corner. My entire family still lives there. You know,
like we said, that's my grandma block. Like, we tied to that specific area.
Exactly. And so, like, you're right. So they don't think about that. So they know where I live, and they know that there's nowhere close to there. So they don't even think about the impact. But forget where you live.
You get the light skin pass of
but you impacted by. I'm impacted by the stuff that happens in Portland, Oregon, in New York, in St. Louis, and you know what I'm saying. So it don't matter. But this one specifically really hurt me because that's my hood. That's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
it's crazy because our city acts like it's the first one.
Right.
It was one a couple years ago, man. I remember he was in a white Charger.
He was in high school. What was I hate when I can't remember his whole name. I know his name is Dante. I can't remember Dante's last name, but he was shot by the cops. I think he might have been either went to Gratz or was from around like Nicetown or like Huntington. But I remember that back in the day. So
my man Hawk, rest in peace to Hawk. Hawk got killed by a cop on a dark block with a shady story that we knew to be shady, that still patrols that area. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not new. It's just that the climate is different, awareness is different, and now we've reached a level where the reaction is different regardless. Because a lot of people spoke out when the first young man I was speaking of was murdered. I'm sorry I can't remember his name, but it was a lot of my people's people. And they said, you know, there's no way that whatever they said happened. But it wasn't like a national outrage behind it either, behind similar situations. And so you don't have the whole community uprising the way that you do. So it was kind of expected. It's like we rode for George Floyd in all type of ways, whether positive or negative. Why wouldn't you think that something was going to happen when it happened here in our neighborhood, on camera, in front of a lot of people? That was publicly, you know, personally live on the scene for it. Yeah. But that's part of what I wanted to ask you about earlier too, was you see they made the announcement after saying that they was going to tell us, show us everything on Friday. They spun it around and said they're going to wait till after election day to do all of that.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What do you feel? I mean, I know we know what it is, but explain what that is. Like to say, we're going to show the family first, and as soon as the family sees it, and they thought we'd have seen it by Thursday evening. We were kind of guaranteed it in so many ways by Friday. And then on Friday, they said we won't get it till Wednesday, I believe. What's that?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. They definitely said Wednesday.
What the hell? What did I like? What are these conversations like? And I understand the family saying they don't seek murder conviction. They can't get it. We went through that on here. It's impossible. But that also sends a mixed message to people too, because it looks like they're being lenient where they might just be being smart. Right. So it looks like to some people, like they're accepting it, where that might not be the case at all. And one thing that the lawyer said, even while saying that, was that he was anxious to see the body cam footage and so forth and so on. So like, why would y'all wait until after an election to show it. What does an election have to do with anything?
So for me, I mean, I think a lot of people, we already have our own preconceived notions, right? And I don't want to say assumptions again. But we've seen a lot of footage. We haven't seen the body cam footage, but we've seen footage, right? So we know what happened. And in my mind, I'm just thinking outside the box. I don't know. Do they think that seeing that that footage would affect certain local elections? I don't know. Or would it affect the turnout of elections? People saying, you know, we're not going to vote. Our voice doesn't matter.
Do you think it would start riots ahead of the election?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right. I definitely think
Because you know, body cam footage comes with audio,
absolutely.
and a lot of times that
And I heard,
audio from them changes what even we saw.
exactly. And I heard that there was like a command that might have been said too. So I don't really want to like discuss it if I don't really know its validation, but
Absolutely. I'm just talking about. I didn't even want to get into the case of it. I really just wanted to like just to announce that could have set something off the way that they did that. You know, because it was so much said before that about being transparency. And I watched the news conference. I watched the live Zooms with the police department and you know what I mean? She was on there and everybody was on there. And it's just like every time I listened, they were saying something different and more dangerous than the initial thing in my eyes. Now, I'm not an officer. I don't claim to be. But I also know my community. And I know that the people that care about what happens to him, a large majority of them don't care about this election.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to bring it out later and then tie them together. That's not cool. That's like saying that looters and rioters are the same as protesters. That's not the same fight. It's not the same battle. So it's very concerning to me how this could play out in a city like this. We ain't in Boston. We in Philly.
Yeah.
This ain't Massachusetts. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to downplay where nobody's from, but outside of New York, the melting pot here is goddamn ridiculous. And it's a beautiful thing when everything's in cohesion. But when things get like your neighbors become enemies, like that's not a city we want to live in. If you are a tax-paying citizen that go to work every day,
Right.
because they didn't do their job or they didn't disclose information the proper or the smartest or safest way.
Right.
And that's what's nerve. That's what fucks you up anyway. And it's weird because even thinking about what your boss said, one of your bosses, I don't know. No matter where you live, you can live in Jersey, you can live in the surrounding areas, you can live on the outskirts of certain neighborhoods. You still gotta ride through the city to get to work. You're still affected by what goes on, even if it's for that time, but that's still a large percentage of your 5
But you
days
have
of
to be
your
a
week.
compassionate and empathetic person to even care still, though. So at the end of
But
the
you
day,
would care if it was a pothole in the fucking route that you took every day, right?
right? These people care more about their car than they do about a fucking life.
And that's what be making it amazing, because it's like one thing that I've seen, and I agree that it's hard to be somebody that believes in something because you were taught it by people that you trust, I believe, I'm guessing. But every time that you want to have a conversation on it, people are calling you idiots and stupid, and it's a turn off for you. I understand that being a thing. Like, I get it. But some of these things are just so basic, just as far as being human. Or if you're somebody that a lot of your politics comes through religion, just as far as being godlike in whatever religion you follow. Like, some of these things are just so basic that it's hard for people not to say, you stupid motherfucker, you don't see this shit? But also you don't get to have a conversation. And then when people have the conversation civilly, they get a lot of backlash too because the tensions are so high. It's like, it's a fucked up time for so many reasons, yo.
Speaking of that, so that brings me up to another event that happened, an occurrence, I guess you could say. Did you see the incident in Atlanta with the guy at the sushi restaurant and
Nope.
T.I.?
Yeah.
So you just said something that made me think about that. So I want your thought on that because they're basically saying that. So some people or some critics are saying that T.I. is thirsty and nobody asked him, and so basically he shouldn't have involved himself. So I wanted to just take on that, just because I also feel like if you have a platform or if you have a voice or if you are looked up to, respected, whatever the effect is, however you want to say it, I feel like you might have a responsibility, and if you charge yourself with that moral responsibility, right? It takes a village,
Right.
you know. Right. So I think that it was okay to have that conversation. I just feel like don't have a conversation for me if I didn't ask you to have a conversation for me.
No. All right. See, now this is the problem. When it comes to T.I., restaurants in that area discriminating has been one of his major tirades. He's been on multiple restaurants. So when that video went up, I'm pretty sure that he got tagged about 1,000 times in that video. So even though you don't ask me to take it on, it's being brought to my attention and I recognize it as an injustice, and this is in my lane because I have relationships with owners and GMs of these places.
Right. And so what he said was, and I'm just bringing the opinion, what I mentioned was the opinion that I heard, but I agree with you because what I saw T.I. say specifically was, and you know sometimes he's a little smart ass, but specifically he said, I don't know how many of y'all have ever, been to a mediation, but you got to speak to both sides. He said, and this is the side that spoke to me first. So I guess they wanted to have a conversation with whatever. It's three sides to a story. But that's very true. In arbitration, mediation, it's three sides to a story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you said, that being a platform, I don't think that he was wrong for
Now, where I'm confused at is the part where you say people say he wasn't invited in. Why did he get involved? And then you got the brother that was discriminated against saying, well, T.I. went straight to them before he talked to me.
That's what I'm saying.
And like that's a different thing then. Because if I'm doing it on the strength of the situation and you didn't ask me, then I don't have an obligation to go to you
I'm not
first.
doing it just for you. I'm doing it for the cause.
Not to mention, I got a pretty good layout of what happened. I don't need much more than that. Now, if you wanted to go in that office with me, I could respect that. But at the same time, you might not have been allowed on that property at the time based on what was going on with the situation, where I could walk in there and tell these folks, look, this ain't what we doing, and you got to say something publicly now.
Absolutely.
Before we figure it out.
Right, and that's just like racism and injustice, right? So I was bringing forth the commentary that I heard, but that's just like racism in general, right? Take a Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson, right?
That's why you grabbed your hair first? You funny.
So look, no, but take a. No, I'm trying to get to lay down, but
you said take a Al Sharpton or Jesse Jack. That was funny. You already you did
that was very unintentional. Take one of them, but for instance, because they allege to stand against causes for inequality and injustice, right? Does that mean that they have to contact every single person who has been discriminated against at ShopRite or whoever? You know what I'm saying? If it's for a general cause, if it's for the cause, it's not for an individual person, it's for the policies in place that you have.
And then how many people do you represent that don't want to be on the front line anyway? They don't want their name repeated and they don't want to become a part of a campaign, but they suffered the same injustice and they need representation too.
Absolutely.
It's so many things. And quick sidebar, I like that little backdrop you got going on there, girl. I see you on the sizzle for shizzle.
We on the scene with it.
Nah, I gotta be on the scene. But no, I don't think a lot of people really know what they want. I think that when it comes down to these situations, it's like, all right, we should be outraged. But we should be outraged like this. And that's cool for you. If you want to organize your own thing, if you got a backdoor way of handling things and you think that it's a shortcut and it'll work better, fine. Try your hand. Hopefully it's legal. You don't get in trouble for it. Mm-hmm. But when you're somebody that has a platform, that is a businessman, that is in the community, and you have other options, you might know a better way than the average person could even fucking fathom. Because a lot of the times when these situations, we wind up where it's like, well, they don't give a fuck about my voice anyway. They not going to listen to me. Where you have somebody who has a voice that they listen
That's
to.
what I was saying.
Whether they want to or not. Because of influence, I guess. But yeah, go ahead.
No. That was my point too. I mean, I was bringing, again, it was also from, so the commentary that I heard was from like some gossiper or whatever, some blogger. And I feel like it was kind of like hating they blood. The way they even described it was just like T.I. being the thirst, whatever that he is. But I feel like it's bigger than somebody being thirsty. If it's about a major, if it's about something that is deeply impacting people, it's not about the individual that has the conversation. Like, fuck the messenger. Did you get the message? Like,
yeah, absolutely. But I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you wake up, you go to dinner. You have a situation that makes you go viral. Now you're popping for this movement as a regular person. I seen how you was dressed, not to knock him, you regular person. Right. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that the clothes make the man either. But at the same time, he's not somebody that's on airs. He's not somebody that, he even talked to the guy with a lot of respect repeatedly. So he winds up in this position where it's like, damn, the ball is in his court. And he has the attention for it, and it got taken away in 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. And that feeling, whether right or wrong, you could take it different ways. There's a lot of different ways you could take that. And sometimes your knee-jerk reaction is to respond publicly, where he might have woke up 12 hours later and was like, man, Tip did what the fuck he was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But now we done ran with he's mad at Tip. Tip might bring him to the crib tomorrow, have barbecue with him. Like, we don't know. Right.
But another thing I want to say was kind of interesting, right? Because also the fact was that there was a woman with Adidas on, if they were talking about the wear, the attire. But did you see the owner? And he even pointed out, I feel like he had on Air Maxes, and he said something about the type of shoe it was, like the Jordans not Jordans,
the Adidas versus the Air Force One.
But it was Air Forces. But the owner had on like Air Maxes. I feel like they were still Nike. They just wasn't Air Maxes. Like,
well, the owner's initial thing was mind your fucking business. I can do what I want. My policy is my policy in a nutshell. And then he came around to, well, I do this. I know he did what a lot of them do. He didn't really apologize. He tried to explain why he has the right to do shit, and he didn't mean to. It's like it's a gray area. Like,
but bottom line, it still doesn't make sense.
Bottom line, I want to see the outcome of how that family is compensated, that man and woman, for whatever happened. I want to see best apologies, change
policies and
change behavior. So I want to see how practices have changed. He also made a comment saying that he couldn't get enough black people or people of color diversity into his establishment because he didn't have enough applicants. So everybody was told to apply for every position in the restaurant. So we might see, they might become a greater place. Might make sushi place great again. Might, you know what I mean? Like on some real shit. But at the end of the day, man, these are small fires. Because at the same time, if we do what we supposed to do, or if you somebody that feels like me, you could just as well say fuck them, tell a bunch of people say fuck them and get them out of there. They ain't got to stay. But that was the option that T.I. presents these places with. Like, if I tell 5 million people, fuck you, and 500,000 reposted, it's fuck you. That's basically what the conversation is. Now, you say it on different terms because this is business and you want to be respectful. Right. You don't want to go around threatening people. But ultimately, that's what the threat is when you have a platform, is that I have a platform and it'll be over for you. Right. And we watch people get canceled every day. Absolutely. And as much as people want to say canceling ain't real, in certain kind of business, especially the restaurant business, which is one of the hardest to maintain and one of the trendiest popping, please believe there will be another sushi restaurant tomorrow down the street, around the corner, 5 miles away, that's getting the same business you used to get. It's not a problem, man. People like to go where they comfortable at, man. Don't nobody want to go there, and you might say, my sneaks, and I got people with me, and we try and spend money with you.
Right.
I'm not rolling the dice for that, for you to be like, no, but it's you. It's okay. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not coming. You're not going to play me. Nobody with money likes to get played. Especially even if you don't got money. But when you going to spend money, the first thing somebody think when some fuck shit happen when you somewhere trying to spend money is, if you only knew how much I was about to spend ahead.
Yeah.
And I could look around here and tell they not spending what we was about to play with tonight.
Yeah, I've done that before for sure.
Mm-hmm. That's restaurants, that's clubs, that's the mall, that's all kind of places that you've been in life that when you really came to play, God told you don't spend your money with them people. Because they showed their ass before you got to that register, boy. Or before you got through that gate or whatever it take. You know what I mean? Because you knew you came to have a good time, but you can have a good time anywhere. Why? Because you can afford to.
Right.
I don't need to shop in this store. I can go to that store. I don't need to go to this club. I can go to that club. You know what I could also do? I could bust a toll or catch a flight and go to somewhere else before I get frustrated spending money somewhere that don't appreciate me.
True.
And that's the thing about like I say, not to put roses on it, but some places get looted, absolutely don't deserve it. Some places getting targeted are targeted for great reason.
Right.
Like when they try to finish your store, it's a reason behind that. You see what I'm saying? And we talked about it for years, how a lot of these people come in our communities and disrespect our communities and make all the money off our communities.
Sure, absolutely.
And at the end of the day, some of them are included too. And not that I want anybody's family to struggle, because I'm a product of a small business, a black business, generations of such. Just like, you know what I mean, you. So it's like your business is a little bigger than my family, but you know what I mean.
It is what it is.
It come from the same thing. It come from the
Absolutely.
same thing. So it's like I understand, respect, and know exactly how much that affects your family and your well-being and all of that stuff. But I also know that the energy that's going around right now is not about people caring about other people. They care about themselves because they feel like nobody cares about them. If you could watch my kids starve for 8 months straight, who do I give a fuck about?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, people literally are on the outside feeling like they on the inside because they can't do shit. They can't do anything to better their situation. It's a fucked up way to feel. It's a fucked up place to be in. And like, I always say the cornerstone of anyone's sanity is a roof over your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
When that's in jeopardy, what we talking about? Like I told somebody the other day, I kept seeing people say, well, did anybody steal any books? And I'm like, if you made it common knowledge in the hood that a certain book was worth $1,000, $500, $50, as soon as I get it, I guarantee it wouldn't be no libraries up right now. But I know if I steal some Air Force Ones, they selling. If I steal some mics, they selling. If I steal a motherfucking grub, I could fill my fridge, sell it. Like, the shit they stealing, they know what they can get value for. I can sell a TV every fucking day. I get a book, I gotta go to somebody and appraise the motherfucker and get a buyer that wants to buy. I can't even get that in the bookstore. I got to rob that from somebody's mansion. Like, it don't even make sense what we be thinking like sometimes. It's like, well, look at these motherfuckers robbing a dollar store. It looks like they need toilet paper. You know? And it's like, I say, like, I just want us not to divide ourselves at a time where we need each other. Motherfuckers is fucked up. Try to help them. If you can't help them, do not bash them. Try to figure out what they need. Try to figure out how to contribute to your situation in your neighborhood and your block. You know, it starts a house at a time, man. Knock on a motherfucker's door and see if they was able to get groceries, medication, transportation, so forth and so on. Buy somebody a bus pass. You know? It'll help. It'll help. Like, I just think that this week, this is why I was glad that we mistakenly had this this Zoom, because it's like it's heavy right now, and there's so much going on, and I think everybody's getting overwhelmed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were overwhelmed in April.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got an election at the hilt, the peak. Is we right at that last couple clicks before we go over the hill on a roller coaster. You know?
Well, I hope that we at the peak and we already going down and now we about to go back up. Cause goddamn, I don't want that click and go down right. I hope that we recovering right now and we going to go up there.
Shit. I mean, usually after you get over the peak of the initial fear, the fun starts.
I know what you meant, but I just had to.
No. Usually the fun starts after that. So I take what you saying like a little more serious than you think I do, because I'm hoping that after that is wee.
Right.
Because you even say wee on the way down.
Right.
Because you know,
right.
oh, we about to
You got the veins coming out of my head. I was frustrated with that shit. Like.
Yo, you ever got a one of them snapshots from the roller coaster and you look absolutely crazy?
Yeah, like, I be looking like a ghost or something. Like really, like hair be all over the place. I be looking like I got electrocuted or something.
What
like.
roller coaster?
Oh, I remember one of the first ones I remember was like the Scream Machine.
Classic.
The Batman. I got on the Batman the first day it opened, and I had to ride a barefoot.
That was the joint came over your shoulders and shit, right?
And I think you lay down. Yeah, come over your shoulders. Yeah. Superman you lay down on.
Yeah, Superman you lay down on.
But what was the other joint though back in the day?
Still Force?
Still Force. The Thunderhawk. I don't know if the Thunderhawk had a picture though.
No, I think Thunderhawk was wood.
That joint hurt.
I think it was wood.
That joint hurt.
That's crazy.
But no, the Scream Machine, the American Scream Machine.
Scream Machine fucked you up. I remember going to King's Dominion as a youngin', and my mom don't do roller coasters. So we got on she don't do rides. Like she'll hold all the bags, all the stuff there in the move. She's fine. For 3 hours sitting there waiting for us to come back. But we got her to get on the Scooby-Doo roller coaster. Mind you, it's called the Scooby-Doo. This roller coaster ain't shit.
Right.
Scared the bejesus out of Linda, man. It was funny. It was a great ride. Great ride. We all sit there like it's some bullshit, but her going crazy was entertaining as hell.
Yo, I be cracking up seeing my kids like trying to stand on their toes. They be trying to get them the biggest rides. I be like, yo, y'all crazy.
I like it. I'm into that.
I'm right with them. We going this weekend.
My dad's rule used to be, you getting on. If you get scared, close your eyes. And that worked actually. But then after a while, now I'm turned up. Then I can get on anything. You know what I mean?
Like it feels worse with your eyes closed and your eyes open.
No, when your eyes are open, you anticipate. When your eyes are closed, you just feel. But when your eyes are open, you anticipate and you feel. It cuts out one of your senses.
For me, it's better than my eyes open because I just had, we go to Six Flags like every week. And I was just there last weekend. I got on the King the Kai, something.
I mean, I ain't closed my eyes since I was a kid, but I mean, when I was a kid.
My stomach was hurt. I was drunk.
Don't have these people out thinking I'll be closing my eyes. Like, no.
Listen, my stomach was hurt. I was nice. So I'm like, well, that's probably why I didn't feel good with my eyes closed too, now that I think about it, because I wasn't like sober eyes closed. I was like drunk eyes closed.
Yeah, it might be different.
Not the move, I'm going to tell you.
She said, I need to know when to hold my stomach. No, but what fucked me up? I fell in love with the Still Force when I first got on that. I tried to get on like 8 times that day. But I got like a full-blown migraine and like ended my day off the Batman and Robin joint. Batman and Robin was at Six Flags right across from Batman. And it used to go fast as shit. Like it was one of the fastest starting roller coasters at the time. It's just shot out. You go up this thing, you go down the joint, then you come backwards the whole way, and you back in like 46 seconds.
I remember that joint. It would go backwards. I remember
Yo, my fucking head rung the entirety of the fucking trip after that. Like, I was with a female and her dad, which was even crazier because we was having a ball. We was grinding her up the whole time. Her pop was funny as shit. And then I got sick. and like had a headache and couldn't do nothing, and it was just like I spent the whole time telling them, no, do your thing, and they just worried about me. It was like it got corny after that. The Batman and Robin is the worst experience I ever had on a roller coaster, just because it gave me that headache. Like it was like I got whiplash or something. Like it just
that was Thunderhawk for me. The Thunderhawk gave me the worst experience I had.
Yeah, man, but I'm good with roller coasters. I used to love the Anaconda joint at King's Dominion. Used to go under the water. Oh man, that was like everything I loved in one ride. But the weird thing is, you come out the water, it be dry as shit.
Yeah, they got this joint called the Wonder Woman there now. It's like a big pendulum, like you almost go upside down. Like for instance, the Sea Dragon, but it's way higher and taller than that. It's gonna be like almost about to flip over. That joint is tough. You can see it like as soon as you pull up to the park. You can see it.
Listen, one of these nights, days, whatever, we gonna take a podcast day up there. You got these season passes. The kids gonna have to stay
nice
home.
This weekend. I'm taking the kids Saturday. We might go. Look, we can't go Friday. We'll figure out.
I'll buy the cognac.
I'll be the tour guide.
I about to say, you know where everything at. You a regular.
We go like every week, unless it's cold. But
Yo, when they grow up, they gonna be saying that shit. Like I be watching like Carlos Miller. He be like, man, ask anybody that grew up with me. I had all the toys, and I had a robot, a real robot. That's how your kids is gonna be, yo.
Yo, I wanna have like the little. So we supposed to be getting like pinball machines and all that shit in here, like arcade. I want the M&M machine. They want the gumball. Like I really want to set this shit up in here for them.
I mean, y'all got space, and why not have fun with in-house shit?
Yeah, when they kids, they need to just have fun. Like the thing is, I think the problem that
They gotta do their job. Y'all make sure that the fun time.
Right, and I think the problem nowadays is that kids grow up not on their own, but they grow up too fast because they're so pressured. They just be around so many things that are not for children.
Part of what I was saying earlier about when that creativity gets snatched out your life young as hell.
Yeah.
Let motherfuckers, be kids, man.
So I just want to encourage that. So
I think that's dope. I had a foosball table and an air hockey table. They was cheap as shit. Like they broke kind of quick, but they got them.
Yeah, I want to get all that. Like they got a little play area room and all that. Like I'm trying to do all that. So yes.
Why you cheesing?
Oh no, I just got a message from my nephew. I just see my nephew is a couple months, like 9 months old. He's crawling up the steps. It was so cute. That's all. A term of endearment, little moment of endearment right now.
I thought you was that excited about your playroom. I'm like, this is crazy.
Nah. I clean it all the time. Little dirty little boys.
I mean, hello, Mom.
Yeah, I'm not used to this.
I'm not used to this. It's been long enough. Shit, by the time you get used to it, to be leaving your ass.
I know. I'm not feeling this. I don't know. I'm not.
You gonna have to figure it out.
No, I'm making them clean up after themselves. That's what they do. They clean up.
You ain't even gotta sing the song no more, right?
No. They know. All I can do is call their name. And they be like, I know, Mom. I didn't clean up. Yeah, exactly.
My homegirl said, I think my daughter just ruins the room just so that she can hear the cleanup song.
That's probably cute and fun.
That's annoying.
Not for her mom, though.
That gotta be annoying. Like, she ain't even playing with all this stuff. She just want me to sing this song that I could have sung regardless, but she don't realize it.
Right. She
that gotta be annoying.
She's associated with it.
Crazy.
But
I got a picture of my goddaughter the other day in her Halloween costume, man.
Who was she?
My little handful. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. I want to show you, but I know it's going to be awkward. Let me see.
What was she? What was her costume?
I'm trying to remember, man. I seen a million costumes since yeah. She was Minnie Mouse. You know she red. Can you? Where I'm posted?
There you go.
It's bright, ain't it? A lot of flags.
It's like a light in the way.
Hold on. Let's see if we can.
There we go. Look at her. Oh, she's getting so big. Oh,
yeah, you know the next one was, ain't she getting tall? Like, shit. Just going, keep going to the range. Never mind.
I'm trying to get there this weekend too. That's what I'm trying to go.
Yeah, man, it's them days. Your boy Princess went away to military on Monday, man.
I know we was talking about that.
Man.
We talked about that the last pod.
Man, this is what I'm saying. Like, now she gonna have weapons. Like, yeah, everybody gotta get heavy.
Yeah.
Everybody gotta get heavy.
Yeah.
No, but like I keep saying, man, these are supposed to be exciting times. It's just sad that some of this stuff is dictated by the nonsense of the times.
Mhm.
But we
That's
definitely.
That's how we going to Six Flags because our oldest son texted me. He doesn't have his own phone. Let me let you know he's on his grandma's phone. But he texted me and was like, "Mom, can we go out like soon, like or just when coronavirus is over?" I was like, "Oh, poor baby." He was like, "Can we just go away when coronavirus is over?" Like they already over it. Like, look, I know we can't really do but so much.
But they get it on their level. They understand that it ain't cool times. But they definitely need that that break, that
an outlet and some release and escape.
How is the situation at the park with the corona shit? What's the precautions like?
All kids got masks on. They don't even allow you to go to the park. Up here, they don't even allow you in the playground without a mask on.
So like Six Flags.
Oh, that park, yeah. Oh, definitely. Like you can't get there. Like they have security. You gotta have your mask on in line. If you don't have a mask, you gotta. Somebody they sell them at the front, but
you gotta they take your temperature.
Yep, it's really cool. Like how we went out to eat.
It's the tablet.
You just walk through. Everybody just walk through, and I guess they got it's like a screen.
Oh, like how you walk through a security drone.
Yeah, exactly. Like security, airport security.
They would. They got the money.
Mm-hmm. So that was cool. They got sanitizer everywhere. They distancing on the rides. You gotta have reservations, so you can't even go. Like you have to make a reservation to go. So they doing, I guess, population control. I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Not population control. I don't like that word, but
I know what you mean.
Restrictions. I guess.
Capacity. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm with you, Pimpin'. You ain't been sipping out your Sammie glass. I feel like you sober.
I am sober. I'm out not be though. Ready? Ting ting.
Oh, I got a drink. Could you drink it? All right.
Ting. Mm-hmm.
I see you,
How
Pimpin'.
sober is that?
Nah, you perfect. That was perfect. I'm screenshot that shit.
You already know I do.
Yo, man. I'm trying to think of when I'm gonna drop this video.
I'm trying to think when I'm able to make a drink. God damn.
Yeah, the people want to see you, but I feel like they see you on enough of my videos. They might not need to see you no more.
But it's a different capacity, don't put me.
You definitely not doing that in my video. I will kick you.
All right. Look, all right, man.
Yeah, we got the compromise, goddammit.
All right.
I'll tell you what you can't wear, but you ain't gonna be able
I'll
to
do it
that.
on set, but just not in the video.
Well, like I got amateur twerking suck set, so like
I ain't no amateur. I was a professional dancer. Bro.
this is information I'm not supposed to be privy to.
Not that kind of professional dancer.
Hey man, listen, if you ain't that kind, then you amateur.
Yeah, I got paid. When you get paid, it's called pro.
I don't know if you should explain that to the people or not. Like, I didn't really know how to respond to that. I'm trying to save you.
Listen, they know I got the people. If you don't know, you will know. I got my technique from one of the best dance schools in the entire world, but black-owned dance schools, originated by John Myers Brown, Philadelphia. So I think it's for real. So.
Yo, can I put you on to some cool shit? Speaking of dance, and Philadelphia wasn't fucking with La Shit Tari, by the way. But
you always say that, but we was.
My cousin just opened a business in Maryland that's pretty dope, yo.
Oh, cool.
Let me see.
You have been dancing over here.
It's called Code Ninjas, right? And what they do is they got locations in plenty places around the globe. It looks like, but they have the Maryland branch, and they teach kids how to code. Long story short, but it's like a big deal, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to get my kids in there. Actually, I had signed them up for it. I don't think it was Code Ninjas. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who the school was through, but that's definitely where it needs to be because everything is electronic. They need to know about coding. That's what I'm getting my kids into.
All right, I'm a tag.
Send me the link because I want to highlight that.
I'm gonna tag you right now, and I thought of you when I seen it, and now that we on the joint, that's why I was like, matter of fact, perfectly since we just, I don't know where the segue came from, but it made sense at the time.
No, absolutely, because I was trying to get my kids in that, and I got some kind of, I still get the text messages for whatever reason we couldn't make it, but it's really important. I think that people should, if you're thinking about the future and job security and just even being able to make an impact.
And nowadays, that's learning the trade nowadays.
Absolutely.
It wasn't valued like that when we was coming up. Now that's a trade. That's official. You need that. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just going to be a necessity in this society, no matter what.
Yeah.
But like you check it out. I tagged you on the FB. If you wanna if it makes sense for you, let me know and I'll let them know that you my folks and you family. But shout out to my cousin Celeste. Shout out to her husband. And they're a beautiful family, man. Like TV picture perfect family type shit.
Aww.
Like it's an awesome situation to see with to see your family be in a good situation. And then with this new endeavor, it's like y'all doing the damn thing. So I'm happy for her, man. Real shit.
Right.
I'm gonna drink to that.
I'm gonna drink with you. I refilled my cup.
I'm gonna drink to that. Any other and check you out. Any other black businesses, small businesses, anybody you want to shout out?
Well, that came from left field. I wasn't ready for that one.
Or matter of fact, influencers in the community.
But you know what? I'm not even influencers. You know who I want to shout out because it goes back to our beginning of our conversation. I want to shout out. So I know politics is something that a lot of people are, I can't say uncomfortable with, but aren't secure or strong, I guess, in their thoughts for the people that are running right now. But I just want people to understand how important voting is. But besides that, I want to shout out Kenyatta Johnson because he's a city councilman in Philly, from South Philly. But when the
KJ.
Yeah, that's my buddy. That's definitely my folks. When Walter Wallace Jr., the incident happened, he was the first politician that I saw that even, take a stand against it, voice his opinion about it. And he's always been on the forefront for equality and Peace Not Guns, which is his organization.
We've been to a few of his events. You've been to more than me this year even. But like he's in the community. He doing the work.
Yeah, so I just want to shout him out because he always has been very supportive. Like I said before, I was probably the first, if not one of the first. I think I was like the first journalist to cover his Peace Not Guns organization before he even got into politics. So he's definitely like really with it. So I just appreciate him all the time. So I just want to shout him out because I saw him. A lot of politicians, I remember from the press conference, the family was basically also, they weren't pleased with Mayor Kenny's response. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to just highlight Kenyatta for the efforts that he does often.
I want to shout out Commissioner Omar Sabir and Sister Talia. Commissioner Omar Sabir stopped by Fly Day this past Fly Day, spent some time to get information out about the vote, about the importance of voting, about what his branch does in the government, how to get affiliated, how to, all of those things. And I think that when it comes to commissioner, one thing, like, we know commissioner from like Batman movies. Like, we don't know what that really means in terms of what he does. But one thing I know that he does, and one thing he said was part of his job, was outreach. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I know that he does well is that part. Because that's what, that and Sister Talia is what brought him to Flyboy Friday Radio at Glocawear Radio. And we carried it how we carry it. You know,
Right.
like no disrespect to him. We kept everything out of sight when it was time to do his situation, but it still smelled like it smelled, and I was still drinking what I drank while we had our conversation, and he was very receptive. He was very cool about things. He gave more information than I asked for, which is like when I ask you certain things. Like I'll ask you, you'll address what I'm saying, and then you'll get into something else because it's not like you're shying away from the subject. You on it with me. You trying to figure it out
Right.
or explain it to me. So
Right.
like I want to salute him once again, Sister Talia. Uptown Geo, who is a part of the City of Dreams coalition that Sister Talia is the spearhead of, and I pulled him in to help me with the interview with Omar Sabir because I felt like it was only right. Uptown Geo is an artist. If y'all don't know, he's a homie to me, but he's somebody that he's around a lot. He supports me. He supports City of Dreams coalition when I'm not able to support them, and I felt like him being able to have his feedback and his input on the conversation was important because he was in the building too, so it worked out perfect. So salute to all of them because we fighting for our city. Like I said on the book, it's all political now. Y'all can type crazy if you want to. We're on the scene. We're in the mix. We're talking to people. We're trying to help and support people. You know what I mean? In order to support Sonny Brick, Saf, my co-pilot, what do they need to do?
So you can follow me. What I really like you to do is to go to onthescenemagazine.com. Join our newsletter so you can stay up to date with all of our positive information.
Drop them emails.
Our positive platform is free, but I will definitely let you know that you will always get some positive information that you need and want. We are a resource for the community and always have some information that is empowering and motivational. So, onthescenemagazine.com for all of your positivity that you need.
Word. Merch coming soon, right?
You already know, merch is definitely coming soon. So I was a little bit late.
I feel like you need your own earbuds.
My own earbud. That's the.
This next level shit, but I feel like if you on the scene, if you the voice.
Guess what? Earbuds coming soon. Let's
No, but like I
feel.
feel.
You gotta speak it into existence. You making that.
No, this lifestyle shit is real, and based on your voice and what you know what I mean. I feel like it's a good play on that, and don't steal my sis shit because hers gonna be flyer because I got her. But like I feel like there's marketing aspects we not thinking of yet. There's stickers on them earbuds. Absolutely. But definitely merch coming soon. Make sure you stay plugged in and on the scene with On the Scene at onthescenemagazine.com. Absolutely, always, please do. It's so much shit. I don't even know where to start, man. Shout out Flyboy Friday Radio, man. The best happy hour in the world on the greatest station in the nation on glocawearradiostation Radio. Past Friday, depending on when this come out, but the one before I recorded this, it was Mac Mall's birthday. Salute, happy birthday to Mac Mall. My guy made it another round around the sun and the moon. However that plays out, I appreciate every energy that made that happen. Whoever's affiliated with him, his wife, everybody, mom, dad. Shout out to y'all, man. You raised a good dude, man, and he's made my life richer. So I wanted to definitely say that. But salute to Flyboy Friday Radio, man. Poe the logo, DJ Freaky Free, DJ Trail, Toucan, fucking Font Productions lately. You know, if y'all don't know, we've been doing we're trying out different stuff. The logo said he wanted to have his own Flyboy jams, and we've been showing videos and all of that, getting some new looks out from a lot of the artists that we support in addition to playing their music. Like, I'm already going to spin the record. The DJ spinning it for the audio, but we showing the visual on YouTube. So that was dope, and Font Productions has been helping us with that a lot lately, and that's appreciated because it opens up some things for some people that we all need our looks. That's how I'm going to say it. We all need our looks. This podcast drops every Thursday, 4 p.m. I love happy hour. 4 to 6 p.m. on Glocawear, 4 p.m. on Thursday, 4 to 6 on Friday. Yeah, I love happy hour. Run happy hour. That's what I want to do. But check us out every week. as much as possible, I bring the beautiful side through so y'all got something to look at while y'all talk to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to burden y'all with having to deal with this face only. So we figured that out early in the game, and we good. Sippin' with Sammie podcast glasses available now. You know what I mean? Hit the website, SippinWitSammie.com. Hit my DM. Deliveries are available. Amateur Twerking Sucks tees from the Sippin' with Sammie podcast. Sippin' with Sammie podcast tees. Flyboy Friday merch. Shirts, scullies, hats, hockey jerseys, Sam-danas. I just saw the prototype of the Flyboy Friday football jersey. My God. And I also, speaking of jerseys, I just released another record, man, produced by Mr. Got. Shout out my guy. Salute my guy. Was flyer than Mr. Got. Called Heads Up. Video coming soon. Shot by Mr. Get Drunk. MGD Productions. Holla at my guy. If I'm sipping with Sammie and that's Mr. Get Drunk. Matter of fact, go listen to I Swear. You see how we do it. Like we drink like y'all want to. We know how to party. So just check all of that shit out. That's what I was saying. Like, it's so much shit. Like, I don't even know. Like, shout out to Tanera Da Vinci again. Pouring. The video is coming soon. Her release party is coming soon. Sop's gonna slide through there with me. We gonna bring the cameras through there. We gonna have a good night. They told me the section is lit. It might be my first look at the video. It might be your first look at the video. But the video is coming soon. Pouring is already rocking. It's available on everything. It keeps popping up on when I go to search music, which is a beautiful thing. So she did her thing. She did what she's supposed to do.
Absolutely. Shout out.
Well, you know me, man. I gotta respect the queens, like, but I also, like, you and everybody that pays attention to what I do in this business knows I know the value of my people.
Right.
I respect the energy that y'all bring to y'all situation. So when I'm allowed to be involved in it, it's a celebration, bitches. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's light. It's nothing to salute that, because that's a beautiful space to be in. Like, women make it easier on us most of the time. Most of the time.
I was waiting for that.
Most of the time. I mean, you already know y'all are biggest headaches, and, you know, you can't live with it, can't live. Like, that shit come from somewhere.
Absolutely.
That shit come from somewhere, but you are appreciated.
I think that shit ain't reciprocated.
No, and please believe me, but that's the twist. People are people. It's your responsibility to try every day to be a better person and a better mate.
Absolutely.
Even if you don't have one. Work towards being better for the next one than you was for the last one, no matter how the last one ended. Say that.
I'm going to take that note right now.
Say that. No, like, these is like, you know, we got to
keep
it.
I need that. That was a note for me. Like,
yeah. Because if you want greater later, then you gotta manifest it in the right way. Like, you're not gonna get what you haven't got by doing what you've been doing.
Say that then.
You know what I mean? It is what it is, and it's a beautiful position to be in, cause you have control.
Mm-hmm.
And the next step is a mystery.
Right,
you see what I'm saying? New book, new chapters, new moves, man. That's the epitome of optimism.
Mm-hmm.
If you take it for, you know, the opportunity in it and don't look at it as something that is extra weight.
Mm-hmm.
Take it in stride, kill it, body it, treat it like everything else you did in life. And that's my advice to everybody, because I ain't talking to Side. We talk all the time. We talking to y'all.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, body that shit. Like I said, like we said last time, shout out Lady Caution. My one rule for caution is body shouldn't come home. Body shouldn't come home. Always come home. Now, you ain't got to stay home. I ain't going to tell nobody be in the same situations you was in before you was in the news. No. When I say come home, let me know when we can meet, have steak and all that, chop it up, smoke a blunt, and then go back about your business. But right. let me give you your high fives and in real time. And then go do your thing. And that's a personal thing for me. That's my selfish part. Outside of that, I want to see you win. I want to look up on the gram and be like, damn, I ain't seen her, but god damn, she out there.
Mm-hmm.
Same for you. Same for Front. Same for all the people that's affiliated with this situation. The logo. We watching people doing big things, and it's like beautiful. It's like in a time of desperation and dark times, I've been able to look at my people and be like, man, we gonna be alright.
Yeah.
We gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And we might lose a few, but we've been losing. We've been losing them, man. It's not new. So let's just carry it the best we can carry it. Make sure you look back on the peoples that you lost. You know? Because it's not personal. We're not the only one that lost these people. We're not the only one going through these times.
Right.
And I think that's where like a majority of people need to get to. Just realize that it's a human thing. We have human issues. And whatever side of history you want to be on, know that you got to live with that.
Yeah.
And at a time where we at our age, I start thinking about legacy. I want to die on the right side of history. So.
It's interesting you said that real quick. I was going to wear the shirt I was going to wear. I just didn't get a chance to put it on. I bought it earlier today. It said, I am Black History and I am the future, or something like that. But it was dope the way it said. It was a little better worded. Maybe I'm the Black future, whatever it was.
I am Black History and the future, or something like that.
Yeah. I am Black History and the future. But it was so dope. And that's what I was gonna wear if I was in person today. But yeah, I really like that shirt. Like my folks got me a couple different shirts. It was really decent. So.
You get shirts with good messages on them. And salute to the people that hold us down. I've been rocking paper made shit, having a ball the last couple weeks. Fear versus Love, Love Brand. It's a lot of people that just.
I'm rocking my Peace and Love attire, like
Peace and Love attire, which is another brand. Now, I just want to be clear. I didn't fuck up the name of Love Brand and say in Peace and Love. No, they're two different brands.
Two different joints.
Two different joints.
Absolutely. But I just hit him up. I said, I need to re-up, bro. Like, so I'm about to get some stuff soon.
And you know what's crazy? I rely on a lot of these people because if you marketing you, then I ask you for help when it comes to marketing me. So I sent a bunch of people, and you know this last night, 3 different shades of the same picture and asked motherfuckers what they thought. And I went with the consensus. And I couldn't do it publicly the way I wanted to because of the situation. But I reached out to people that know how to represent themselves.
Right.
To give their opinion on what best represented me.
Right.
And I think that that's important to pay attention to because a lot of the times, you know, I might come across as arrogant, but it ain't no me without y'all. I don't give a fuck. We rumbling together. Like, it was a picture, you know what's crazy? A lot of people like one picture the most. And I didn't like what it intended to represent. And for that fact, it was better to go a different way. But once that was established, most people picked the other one.
Really?
Most people picked the same one. And
did I fall on the consensus?
Yeah, everybody. You see what came out? It came out today. I released it today. It was in real time.
I've been so busy. I've been moving and shaking today, but I ain't gonna lie.
But we was on the internet literally trying to figure it out. Like, do I upload this one or not? When I was sending the messages out. So when I said, yo, they said this one, and when I said they, if I read a list of it, it's people you respect that you know, like about they, you know, it's not just the average person. It's somebody that really understands. Like, it seems light to some people, but to me, this is a whole thing.
Absolutely.
You know, and this could be judged. And mind you, I could have took the way that looked another way and came up more that way. If you know what I'm talking about, but you see what I'm saying? I could have leaned on it. Yeah. Oh shit, matter of fact, fuck it. That ain't me, but it was like I felt like it was more important to make it clear that my brand is my brand and my stance is my stance. So I don't want to be misassociated with things just for the angle of possibly coming up. I think it's important. Mm-hmm. But we've been talking. I've had a ball with you. I appreciate you. I love you. Always. Stay safe. I think I can assume who you voted for, so we good on that note.
Actually, I didn't vote yet because I'm going in person tomorrow because I'm a fucking conspiracy theorist, so I'm going myself. But yeah, you can assume right.
I mean, it's cool. Well, when I say you voted for, actually, this is going to come out after.
Right, you're right. You got me on that.
I ain't get you. We good. We good. But like I say, stay safe, man. Take care of them boys. Take care of your family, and I'll talk to you soon, man. This has been Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't Sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And I think we about to play my new shit.
Ow, let's go, bro.
Fuck it. Heads up.
Hey.
Malone.
Hands up! Hands up!
This a heads up, I came to get my bread up. I ain't deviating for shit, homie, I'm fed up. I ain't flipped out in the bit, kept my head up. Nose clean, toes down, businessmen become foes now. Shark Tank, dog eat dog, bet they know now. The Puma nigga with long hair will throw down. Time to go now, been told y'all, let's talk about it. Tried to settle down, tip, fuck it, I'm back to
Drown shit.
heavy talk, so come heavy, you're not around here. And this wherever, fuck where I'm at, I ain't from down here. Mama angel, I was fumbled from heaven, ain't no how. Your chick bless me, I'm earth blessing, it's
Going down.
tight and night, stressing about how to get you to listen. Pick a side, ride or die, I'm on a mission. Cousin, I'm a chef, ain't tripping about Hell's Kitchen. I drink like a fish, no ocean too deep to swim in, I'm out here. I was down, you called it winning. Short-sighted motherfucker, this light, my life's different. Plenty nights, them lights shimmered. Upgraded the wheel, treat them lights different. While chiefing tonight's is raw.
Hands up! Hands up!
I'm decent, we living, cognac, toasting and bitten. Laugh at shit that ain't funny, my happiness ain't money. Nothing short of a box, a cage could take it from me. My get back phenomenal, come up
Astronomical.
I'm the one they whisper about and try to outdo. Whole world wanna sip with Sammie, not you. I'm checking for checks, I hated you, not true. My eyes up to the sky, I'm focused